As this crowd rolled into U.S. Bank Stadium, they were bundled up, jackets and scarves, downright cold outside on this November evening, but all good here inside as we welcome you to Minneapolis, Minnesota. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Minnesota Vikings. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Here we go. 30 base. 954. Pick me up. Here we go. Check 26. Kill.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. He finds an opening past the 40. The 40. He's at the 30. And finally down at the 9-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. 66 yards for him on the ground.
Tackle made at the 9-yard line. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation.
Roll out. Check 52. Shift. Watch the shift. Deep rip.
They'll run with Cook, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. Here we go on second and 12. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to now a loose football. The ball comes out, and now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. Second and 11. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 9-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Go. Yep. Hey, Charlie.
They'll try the left side. It's Porter. He's got room to run past the 20. And finally taken down to the 25-yard line. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
50, plant. Get in the white room. Get in the white room. Go.
On first down, Jacobs completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you, and you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Bravo.
2nd and 6. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Tight dog. Switches. Topper. Go. Snap.
Looking to throw. Jacobs. Got his target, Samuel. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Leo. Undercut. Protein spill. Hey, wahoo. 5.
Throwing on 1st down. Jacobs. He's going to float this over the middle deep. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
General West. Hey, Zoo. Ready.
To throw again. Jacobs. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Oh, he's got some breathing room. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? On 1st down, Porter. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
On 1st and 10, Jacobs. He'll set up a screen for Breida. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Matt Breida, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Niners 7, Vikings nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together formulating a streak. Got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
2nd and 3. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. Andy Isabella was the intended target.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here we go. 18 Gator. I hope you brought your rest because I'm about to take you to school. Watch the ship. Hey, Sam off.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Porter. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So now they operate back from their side of the field here, 2nd and long.
Look at me. Go.
Back to throw. Jacobs flushed, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. Jacobs. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there, just 23 yards on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10.
High 7.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46.
57. Mike, 55.
And they give this time to the tailback. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Go. Ready?
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Let's go now. 18 Gator. You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna see me in your nightmare. Get it.
Off the bootleg. Jacobs. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Check curls, check curls, check curls. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Shoot. Watch the twins. Watch the twins.
They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. He'll have a first down inside the 10. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll get this out quickly to Campbell. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Let's go. 60 outlaw. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Back to throw. Jacobs. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Paris Campbell, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Vikings, nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. 2nd and 1. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. He'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll run with McFadden. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check three, check three, check three.
2nd and 5. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now back to throw. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Irv Smith Jr., his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Looking for Campbell downfield. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Coming to you, coming to you. Check 55 to mine. Check 55.
Here's 2nd and 8. Connects with Kittle underneath. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Mark, 55. Come on, G. Hey, watch it. Go out. Go.
On first down, Porter. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Vikings' 47-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. 61, matchbox, light. Slam, slam. 49, check 49, check 49. Check, check, check. Go. Check, check, check.
And that'll set them back 5. So the delay of game penalty backs them up. It's now 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Here we go.
Looking to throw. Jacobs. Catch made here by Campbell. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Break.
Check me out, check me out, check me out.
Snap.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jacobs. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's good for 28 yards. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Back to throw. Jacobs. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here.
Here we go again. Squeeze. Safety creep. Check 9, check 9. Ready?
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's...
He's got a man complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before... He's out of bounds. And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On the double. Leo.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
On second down now. It's Cook, and able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th.
Check. Watch 54. Guys, it's game.
So they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. It's the fullback with his first career NFL touchdown, as his guys are back within a single score. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Jacobs. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. This quarterback now 14 out of 17, 82%, and it's 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Porter, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Off play action. Jacobs. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's...
And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. McFadden. He'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
They'll look to throw here. This is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Andy Isabella, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake. Jacobs. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jacobs connects with Kittle underneath. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Going jet sweep. Here's Campbell. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Let's get it.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 2nd and 4. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell. And it's 3rd and 4. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Exit.
Looking to throw. Jacobs. And that will be incomplete. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big 1st down.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll drop the throw. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Hey, Echo!
At 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. You're not ready.
Shoot!
Back to throw here. And this is caught. He hits more. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
Hey, Alpha!
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. So don't say nothing.
Hey, Charlie!
58.
Lee Griffin!
They'll look to throw.
Screen. Watch the screen.
Dancing to his left. He'll run it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Let's go! 10-2 stop!
Watch the screen. Pass.
Let's go!
They'll set up to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Running again and again, it's McFadden. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on first and goal. They'll run. McFadden. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down.
And he's in for the touchdown! And in the final seconds, forget overtime, they've just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score, in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears. They get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
That's fielded in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the fourth quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the fourth quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for the Vikings, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.